Hello and welcome back to Elder Scrolls Online. Uh, yeah, I wanted to play this instead of Tiny Tina's because I've kind of missed this game a little bit. Give me 1 second, I need to see if the game is capturing correctly. Right, game is capturing correctly. We can continue. So, I'm going to be starting the Morrowind quest, and after the quest, I'm gonna be doing the whole, like, three-part thing. So, like, after this one, the Clockwork City one, and then the Sunset Isles. So, yeah, let us get started.
I have enough. Simple priest. Trouble at the ancestral tomb was too much for even our buoyant armor to deal with. I have failed, Lord Vivek, and left a colleague alone at the tomb. Lord Vivek sent the three of us to seek guidance at the Andrino ancestral tomb. We were attacked when we got there. The guard was seriously hurt. I got her to safety, but we failed to complete the mission Lord Vivek bestowed upon us. Canon Levoul. He remained behind after we retreated from the tomb. I know he wants to get back inside and ask Lord Vivek's questions, but there's no way he can get past the Daedra or ask the questions on his own. May the three grant him wisdom.
Thomas, what's wrong? Someone... The three burst away and now...
By dusk, through the shadows of my beloved Ardenfell, an outlander arrives to aid my people, just as I have foreseen.
Those words, what do they mean? What happened? Merciful Azura, the Mother Soul spoke through you. It's a miracle!
Lord Vivek, protect me. That was Azura, the Queen of the Knights. She spoke directly to you out. I'm surprised the Daedric Prince risked Lord Vivek's wrath to proclaim a prophecy. She did say you were here to aid us. The Daedric Prince Azura possessed that woman and spoke through her. I've heard such occurrences, of course, but to witness such an event. She said evil creeps through the land. I wonder if there's anything what we saw at the tomb. She sought guidance in a matter that concerns Lord Vivek. I received specific questions to ask while Levoul concentrated on summoning his ancestor. The Daedra ruined those plans upon Urnsey, and we were forced to flee. Vile creatures of oblivion. You hear out an odd ghost or a nest of vampires, but never Daedra. Please, if they're still there, then rip Canon off to warrior. Just look at what they did to the buoyant armiger.
Hello, Tyler.
Buoyant arms comprise one of the military orders of the Tribunal Temple. They seek to annihilate Lord Vivek's deeds through actions and words. Poor Urnsey. Those monsters went straight for her. Her blood flowed like lava from Red Mountain.
Question, how's the game volume?
Where are you from? Children of Red Mountain before they even taste it. The mountain sits at the center of Ardenfell, periodically rumbling like a sleeping Nyx shaking its leg. Lately, however, it seems to be waking from its long slumber. Azura is the cool but wise Daedric Prince of Dawn and Dusk. She's one of the good Daedra, for what that's worth. But for her to speak through an innocent means something terrible is about to happen. Why else would she share Lord Vivek's wrath? What do they teach you where you come from? Lord Vivek, living God! Azura is anticipation of Seal. Vivek stands as a present in the future, while Azura clearly represents Vardenfell's past. So no, don't get along. You don't know Lord Vivek, one of the living gods of the Dunmer Tribunal. You must be new to our land, Outlander. But there's no time. Canon Levoul may be behind. He needs help if he's going to get inside the tomb and Vivek questions. Yes, one of the god monarchs of Morrowind. He's the warrior poet who lives in a grand palace in Vivec City. Lord Vivec sent us on this whole mission. Request information from Canon Levoul's ancestor. It breaks my heart that I have failed him.
Alright, let's go. I have done the I really. Also, I'm gonna ask you, how's the game volume? Tyler still here.
Vivec down.
Because on
That's
mine,
not too dangerous.
it looks like it's really low, but I don't know.
Did Vala send you? Oh, she did, didn't she? She made it to Janine. Vivec, will you complete my sacrament to enter my family to make Lord inquiries? As the saints declare, the tribunal always provides. We'll need to be cautious, however. Daedra invaded the room. Makes it hard to talk to one's ancestors while monsters try to eat you. I'll all need your help when we reach the summoning chamber. Take this scroll with Lord Vivec's inquiries. While I see my ancestors and concentrate on maintaining connection, you must ask questions. He insists we use the exact phrasing. We can go inside when you're ready. We're really going to do this. I wish I knew how Daedra got into my family, but I'm sure you can handle them. At least you know they're there. They ambushed poor Armiger Urnsi. Took her completely by surprise. Follow me. I'll open the door. Follow. Keep an eye out for Daedra.
There you go.
Careful. There's a town as we enter the hall.
Waiting to buy the cell.
Oh, it's been a while. Wait, this. I got you, Amber. My beloved. This way.
Well, this used to be such a peaceful place. I came here as a young acolyte.
That was fun.
Goodness. It exploded.
We're near there. Then we summon my ancestor.
Jesus.
Summoning chamber. I'll call my ancestor the new pass of Vivec's.
Hasn't my rest been disturbed enough by those filthy Daedra? Why do you summon me, descendant?
My Lord Vivec has inquiries that only you can answer, my lady. My companion will present them with your permission.
The warrior poet? Very well. Ask Vivek's questions. Ask the warrior poet's questions, Outlander. Ah, Lord Vivek always had a way with words. Tell him to rest assured. The heart remains safe. Wonder why that concerns him. Ask the remaining questions as my time here is short. An enemy of old, yes, but not the one Vivek presumed. So still imagined multiple scenarios and contemplated endless solutions. He even experimented with his divinity, drawing energy to study before returning it. Loss will come, he foresaw, but not until the collapse of the temple. Now, back to sleep.
I hope that's what Lord Vivek needed. Let's talk outside.
Hello? Oh. In this fine.
Let me complete my task. I need to return to Vivek City. You've been there. Amazing. That's rising out of the water, the moonlit hanging in the sky above. Hey, you should meet me there so I can introduce you to Lord Vivek. Just between us, I understood neither the questions nor the answers received. Not that I expected you. Some things are meant for mortal minds. That's another for you to come to Vivek City. Help me explain what my ancestors said. Excellent. I just need to make a stop in Saint Denis to check on my original traveling companions. When you get to Vivek City, head right to the palace and I'll be there. I know that Lord Vivek will want to reward you for assisting me. I'll be lovely. When you get to Vivek City, head directly for Lord Vivek's palace. Once there, I'll make introductions and you can tell the warrior poet everything we've learned. Of course. As I said, the tribunal consists of our three gods, Al-Malek, and Lucille. They lead us in spiritual matters and rule of done society as monarchs of the dark. I serve Vivek, honor the entire tribunal. Unfortunately, no. The Dunmer house bow to the tribunal, but the savage Ashlanders refuse to acknowledge their divinity. The heretics never allowed themselves to be assimilated into the great houses. Instead, they hold to primitive superstitions.
Oh, backwards. Oh, lag. Okay. Is there one?
Vardenfell, right here.
Need speed. Okay. Oh. Hey, look. There we go. Oh, you can see that it's close. Time back, my second favorite review.
This is the person who helped me at the tomb, my lord.
Lord, we need the help of this out.
Oh, harsh Tarvis. Outlanders have a usefulness. And this one intrigues me.
As you say, I'll be in my office if you need me.
I know who you are.
Of all, let us speak. Canon Lev says you help in his mission. As I've written, the one who is my ally becomes my friend. Despite the Archcannon's concerns, I greet you with sincerity and pose a simple question. Will you assist us further? I have ordinators and archers at my disposal, vast armies of followers and dedicated priests. What I don't have, however, is a fresh perspective. Will you set aside your personal goals for a time and become the eyes and ears of God? Good. I need citizens to investigate a strange phenomenon that the ancestor confirmed may indeed be a problem. We'll start with the simple divination ritual. Archcannons, give you what we need to delve into this mystery. The situation that troubles me has taken a toll on my Archcannon, but he's a faithful servant. This will do what I say, and I say we need your assistance. Find the Archcannon in his office. He'll tell you how to proceed. The District Prince. I suppose the same events that concern me might interest Azura, though she could just as easily be the source of these troubles. Red Mountain, strange Hydra, and there's... well, we'll talk more about this when you return. Level's answer assured me that a sword power remains safe. At rest, let the guess ripen in the mind, and only speak when the fruit grows certain. I require more information on these matters, and the need for the divination ritual.
I'm from the future, I know what's going on.
What kind of trouble do you think?
I love Embers.
Ah, that's too much faith as you put mine to my God. I suppose he sent you to me so I could put you to work. Did he say which task he wants us to accomplish first? Ah, yes. We do need to perform a ritual to reveal the nature of the phenomenon that vexes Lord Vivek. Now listen closely. I hate to repeat myself. Despite my objections, Vivek believes you were sent to help, so I'll do my best to assist you. Go to the ziggurat that's still under construction and tell the overseer that Lord Vivek requires the blessing stone. Then bring it to me in the palace. Receive a simple errand in the service of Lord Vivek, and countless questions form unbidden in your mind. Very well. Go ahead. Ask your questions. It's not like I'm the busy archcanon of a living god or anything. Ah, the ignorance of outlanders. How refreshing. The blessing stones serve as repositories for small amounts of Lord Vivek's power. They allow his favor to permeate sanctified locations. We need such a stone to perform the divination ritual. If you haven't guessed yet, the phenomenon interferes with Lord Vivek's power in unusual ways. It will be safer for everyone the ritual using the blessing stone instead of drawing my source of energy. If I told you wouldn't comprehend it. Lord Vivek limits those mere mortals. Suffice it to say, he feels energy throughout Vardenfell. He seeks to discover the source. Lord Vivek sees signs of potence everywhere. A poet at his core. I tend to be much more dramatic. Sometimes a volcano is simply a volcano, and not a harbinger. Oh, Fenny, you give yourself too much credit. No, I feel the same about all Outlanders. This is tribunal business, best handled by tribunal resources. However, I also obey my Lord Vivek. So I will tolerate your involvement and do my best to aid you.
You really do a good job of playing the part. People are texting me. Okay.
There's been one disaster after another. How am I expected to get this ziggurat built on time when things constantly go wrong? Don't mind me. I'm just having one of those days. Our blessing stone? Do you know what happens if we give up our blessing stone? Well, neither do I. But I'm sure it won't put us back on schedule or end our string of disasters. I'm not one to disagree with the Archcanon, but that's a terrible idea. Lord Vivek? Why didn't you say so? But I'll need your help before I turn over the blessing stone. The passage that leads to the consecration chamber collapsed, trapping some of my workers. If you can clear the way, you can borrow the stone. I appreciate the help. Just remember that you're only borrowing the stone. It needs to be back in the consecration chamber before the next shift, or we'll never get this ziggurat constructed in time.
Overseer.
Thanks for leaving me. Move! Help me!
Outlander returns. I understand there was trouble at the construction site, but you were able to save a few of the workers. Lord Vivek always draws the straightest arrow from the quiver. Praise the tribunal. Did you bring the blessing stone? Stand over there. In Canon Level's absence, you will form the third corner of our ritual triangle. When you're ready, place the blessing stone, and we'll begin the ritual. Hear the words of the warrior poet, and reveal the source of Lord Vivek's distress. An Ashlander? A cloud mage? A Daedric cultist? Something is feared with the ritual, my lord. But we have learned something. Excuse me while I compare the results to our previous research. Between the critical of the ancestor spirit and the unexpected result of the divination ritual, I fear there may be more astir than I imagine. We solve the greatest mystery by accident, I suspect. I should write that down. We learn from every action we take. Failure or success, each result teaches us something, at least in the larger sense. To be more specific, no, not as much as I hoped. Images that suggest avenues to investigate, riddles to solve. Let me tell you a secret, Outlander. It concerns a living God and energy that fades like daylight as dust spreads across the land. Listen well, and speak not a word. My divine energy, it drains away. Whether from illness or foul malady, I know not. You must travel the land and seek answers on my behalf. But first, gratitude before service, as I have written. So thank you. The ritual confirmed my worst fears. Divine energy flows out of me for no reason that I can discern. I felt the power imbued within the blessing stone wrenched me as soon as you added it to the ritual. I couldn't stop it. To quote my own words as the warrior poet, no lock exists that the determined thief cannot open. Follow the trail of my missing energy and try to discover the identity of the enemy wolf's ancestor warned about. Something drained my energy. Find Arcad Parvis in his office and ask if he gleaned anything useful from the ritual. If not, I know his earlier research indicated new avenues to investigate. Go where he tells you and learn what you can. Divine energy diminishes with every passing moment. The ritual confirmed my affliction is not natural. Regret that I could not reveal the full nature of these dire circumstances until your trustworthiness had been demonstrated. Yes, while Arcad Parvis has always been cautious about ideas and technologies that didn't originate within the tribunal, and recently, that prudence has grown 1,000-fold. He's a faithful servant, however, despite his narrow-mindedness. I've always used my power freely and without detriment. I create the blessing stones, hold the moonlight of the city, and perform 100 miracles a day to benefit my people. I begin to feel told this liberal application of divinity costs me. I care little for my own safety, but my people are the matter. Without my power to stop it, the moon will crash into the city and kill hundreds, thousands of innocents. And that would be just the start of Vattenfall's woes. At first, I barely know the loss of energy. As I continue to grow, the more it feels like an attack against my person. Besides, the ancestor spirit confirmed an ancient enemy was to blame. We just need to determine who before. Let us not dwell on this to come when we have problems enough to deal with in the here and now. Consult with Arcad and Parvis and discover the cause of this attack. Then we can put an end to it and not worry about what might have been. They always trade me about my vagrant slaves of divinity. But so far, I am the only one of the living gods whose power is fading. Alnaxia hoards her energy and has barricaded her temple against attack. As so the seal. My brother travels. We have heard from him for quite some time, but I sense that he remains safe and in possession of his full power. Funny. You always wanted to discover the limits of divinity. Perhaps I will solve that mystery for him.
Yeah, sorry, but just all the talking. This quest has a lot of talking in the beginning. Also, hold on. I need to. It's really hot in my room, and I need to fix that. Hopefully you guys can't hear the fan that I have on in the background. Oh, good.
And it sabotage the divination. No. I shouldn't take my failure out on you. It's not your fault that things are difficult. How do you know about... Lord Vivek told you? Of course he did. It's his prerogative, I suppose. You must swear to keep this secret, though. There would be panic in the streets if the people believed one of the tribunal was incapacitated. It's true. I'm much better at scholarly pursuits than field work. And the ritual wasn't a total failure. It confirmed 3 locations from my earlier studies. Balmora, Aldrin, and Barrelzar's Tower. I need you to investigate each of these sites. Haven't you left yet? The sites at Balmora, Aldrin, and Barrelzar's Tower aren't going to investigate themselves.
I'm not gonna ask locations more. Look at this dude.
You there, Outlander.
Please, he needs to get out of here. Those cultists are insane.
Voice down. I'll be ready to leave soon enough. In the meantime, if anyone asks, you're just here to haul cargo.
Here to haul cargo. Cultists? This one said nothing about cultists. Perhaps you are thinking of another Khajiit. Look, Renak just wants to leave all these crazy dark elves behind and find a safer thing to work in. The show ore mine is first. Really? Shoot. Just leave Renak out of it. If you want to know what happened so badly, just go out to the show ore mine and see for yourself.
I won't have the intimidation thing. Oh well.
It was the same old money, the occasional travelling merchant. I thought Caroline might have to shut the place down. Look at me talking your ears off. What can I get you? At first, it was the usual squabble. Redder and Milo arguments he did. And I thought maybe Sanders scaring people off. After that proclamation, I'll not talk about danger. I'm the colour of your. Just between us, I heard the House had shut down the Shulk ore mine. Something to do with violent cultists who attacked the miners, took over the place, even got the chief, or so I heard. The dog. What happened? Just pet it. Dog bit me. Leave it alone. Something.
Be here. Didn't you read the House Written Proclamation? I wouldn't be here myself, but some of my miners are still in there. Our mine was invaded by violent cultists. They showed up and just took the place over. My people are trapped. I'm no expert, but it looked like the cultists were preparing to conduct a ritual before the Ashlander interrupted them. Probably because I heard one of them say, "With this ritual we'll call forth a mystical weapon and attain the power of a god," or something along those lines. Look, I was just trying to get me and my miners out of there when the Ashlander showed up. Well, I never actually saw an Ashlander, but I heard a cultist yell, "Ashlander thief! That's our mystical weapon!" That's not an exact quote, but you get the idea. I don't know what happened after that. I was kind of busy trying not to die. It used to be an ore mine, and we hope it will be again. My crew was inside preparing to start up mining operations when the cultists attacked. The way things are going, we might just have to turn the place into another Kwama egg mine. Really? That's awfully brave of you. If you see any of my miners, tell them to get their arses out here. I'll wait as long as I can. Or until I hear screaming. Then I'll go to Balmora and try to find some help. Good luck in there.
Oh. I off that video. Oh, I have the thing that says antique stuff. Dang it. I'm able to do scry.
I think I'll wait a little longer and see if any of my miners were able to escape from the cultists. Good luck with your mission, whatever it is.
Well, actually, where was that? Oh, it's in here. Oh, I can't do any of these. I don't have the ability yet. Oh, that would be so cool. Dang it. My main capacity of to do the stuff. Hopefully that's a count. I don't remember it is or not. Even that time.
Yeah.
I just say how much I absolutely the aesthetic of Garden Hill. I love the area. It's so cool. You know, Morrowind is my most favorite out of all the Souls series. So this is nice. I really like it. Time to meet my favorite girl.
It's mad to see my hands upon me, and you will lose them.
I love her.
You there, three of the Red Exiles should lightly as respected each other. You take the households of tribunal dogs, the way they treated me. Speaking of the tribunal, the dog about. I wonder why that is.
So pretty. I love her so much.
Lord, he thought all the cared about to their own book. None of them cares about what's on their board. Well, perhaps we meet each other this day. As nomads, but we gather at sacred cities to trade, confer, and pay homage to the past. All day is such a place. I told the Red Exiles here. These outlaws let me into their camp. I need to find my brother. My brother, Choda, is the Khan tribe, and I am ambassador. I act as a go-between among the tribes. Chodala wants to unite the Dharma and calmly end the era of the bickering to convince the tribes to follow his lead. Head into the exile camp and find me. Otherwise, see if you can find out what he's doing in where he's gone. Be wary of the gas. As you saw, don't hesitate to attack without reason or provocation. Choda went to meet with the Red Exiles leader, hasn't returned. If I enter the camp, I have to kill those foolish outcasts. Should have this association. Find my brother, and I'll help you with the quest.
Wait.
seem to the Red Exile. Did you find my brother? Interesting. I never suspected that the outcasts were disciplined enough to keep records such as this. Oh no. I can't believe my brother would be so brazen. It means that Chodala really has changed. With his newfound powers and rising ambitions, I fear what he plans for the tribes. I suppose you have a right to know what I'm talking about. Take this. I found it among my brother's possessions. Chodala discovered new power out in the wilderness, and it changed his view of the world. He wrote about it in that document. Now he believes he's a Nerevarin, and incites the tribes, tried to keep them all from doing anything rash. You don't know? I thought... No, you're not an Ashlander, and the house elves rarely talk about such things. Long ago, there was a hero named Nerevar. He fought alongside the tribunal, or they claimed gods. They betrayed him. So our legends say, Nerevar united the Chimera and forged an alliance with the Dwemer. He died at the Battle of Red Mountain. We believe the tribunal hastened his demise, despite Vivek's claim to the contrary. Nerevarin is a promise and a prophecy. We believe that, the power of Azura, Nerevar will return to unite all Dunmer, House and Ashlander alike, and make Morrowind great again. The returned Nerevar will be known as the Nerevarin.
Make Morrowind great again. Sorry. I just found that sentence funny.
While the prophecy of the Nerevarin be interpreted as the end of the tribunal, I have always seen it as a prediction of hope and peace. Chodala and some Ashlanders, such as the Red Exiles, favor war. That's the Nerevarin I believe. He uses Ashkon's words to plant dark ideas in his followers, ideas that speak of false gods, lost traditions, and the need for a cleansing war. His words become more forceful every day. I hope to dissuade him from a violent course. All I know is that he is powerful. Returned from the wilderness more vibrant, more commanding. He's always been strong, but now he's fearless, practically invincible, and swifter than the fastest arrow of the scout. Chodala says his new abilities strengthen his claim as the Nerevarin. I think it's the staff he carries. He had it when he returned, and now it's always at his side. I know it's unreasonable, but I hate that staff. He calls it Sunara.
One.
Ah, fellow side might help.
I don't think that's the right way to make. Oh god. Chest. Okay. Oh goodness. Okay, let's go. Dang it. I'm not good at this. Damn it. No. Yes, let's go. Nice. No, please, get out. What the heck is this? Interesting. I don't remember those. Hard. Two out of three. You're yelling. Walls. Right.
Someone help!
Longer. Amazing! Tell me.
Use treasure maps. Sure, this one. I could use for more health. I have 4 skill points and no idea what to use them for. What does this do? Huh. Sure, why not? Yeah, I have no idea what else to spend skill points on. Well, what else did I get? Oof, the staff isn't gonna be good. Nothing new. We'll find that though. Okay, never mind, I already have it to count. Let's go.
Pleasure and disappointment. Nothing works, even though every calculation is precise. Now an interruption. How infuriating. Wait. Sometimes the great gear turns from frustration to opportunity. Divine energy. I'll have you know I participated in Lord Sother Seal's 9 analyses of the Exalted Enigmas. But we have more important matters. I'm about to determine the correlation between color and time, and I could use another set of hands. A reciprocal exchange. Interesting, yes. I can see the benefits of such an arrangement. Very well. Just activate the crystals in the proper sequence while I modulate the energy flow. Less chance of an explosion that way.
Remember. Was it the color of the rainbow? Wait. No. It... Maybe.
A good start. Keep going. Great. So far, so good.
And then green.
Work you are.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
I love it when the gears align.
30.
Perfect. Some of the benefits of an extra set of appendages. The energy flows freely and without disruption, allowing the rods and pistons to align in a most pleasing manner. Thank you. Now, what do you want to know about divine energy? Scent. How intriguing. I was just thinking about my former master, Sother Seal, and the experiments we conducted. He desperately sought to understand the power he and his companions attained, especially whether or not that power was temporary. Not while I assisted him. A tool that he used to drain away minute bits of his own divine energy to store and study. He could extract it and return it as he saw fit. Not sure what became of the tool, but here are my notes from those days. More questions? Well, Lord Sophie attributed curiosity to natural superiority. Suppose I should do the same. Ask, and I will attempt to tighten the course of your ongoing education as best I can. Odd question. Is a hammer a weapon? A saw? A Dwemer spring spanner? No, it was just a tool. A device crafted by Sother Seal to aid in his endless experiments. Suppose I could imagine ways to modify the device, but for what reason? Haven't a clue. Tools have a way of wandering off when you don't stay vigilant.
had a guar that used to swallow tools when I wasn't looking. Closed for a month until the enchantment dissipated and the tool passed. Should have heard the screams. I was his apprentice, but that was years ago. Spent time working in the Clockwork City. That's what I learned about energy transference, Dwemer engineering, mechanical symmetry. Made me the dark elf I am today. But I have a question. Who sent you? The Archcanon? Lord Vivek's High Priest? Suddenly the gears align. I can think of a number of reasons that Alm and V want to know about C and his tools, but some doors just shouldn't be opened. He's the father of mysteries and the architect of time, one of the tribunal, the three living gods of the Dark Elves. Creates all sorts of helpful and intriguing devices, like the Clockwork City. I haven't seen my old master in many years. It's a wonder and a miracle. All brass tunnels, glass domes, and giant gears. He was inspired by the work of the Dwemer. But the Clockwork City is pure Sotha Seal. He made it to forge the future and reshape the world. I learned a lot there.
I personally cannot wait till we get the Clock City quest. Literally like one of my most favorite. Oh.
This requires a considerable amount of effort, so just... We have a problem here. Return to my office immediately.
Okay, hold on 1 second though. I want to check out the trailer. See it. Oh, yeah. Got a one time when I went to that there, I got a really some really good boost for my character. It's not really giving me anything good anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Outside. The mountain rumbles louder and more frequently. The sky grows dark, and worst of all, the people are beginning to notice. Soon I'll have to muster the Ordinators to keep them from the palace doors. In part, Lord Vivek is... not well. I won't allow his followers to see him in this state. He continues to lose energy, and it's becoming difficult for him to maintain the realm in his usual fashion. Now, what did your investigations uncover? I'll review these documents and present your findings to Lord Vivek. I was against bringing you into this investigation, but I was wrong. Thank you for aiding us. You should go see Lord Vivek now. He's been asking about you. I'll be along shortly. Very well. Tell me what you learned at each of the locations, and let's see what conclusions we can come to. Barrelzar faithfully served Sothasil. He's as loyal to the Tribunal as I am. He would never intentionally harm Lord Vivec. But that tool he mentioned... Perhaps one of the priests Vivec sent away would search the temple archives for more information. Lord Vivec doesn't want his followers to see him in such a weakened state. Only you, Canon Levuel, and myself are permitted into his palace now. Speaking of the palace, Lord Vivec wants to see you when we're done here. So your notes say, and the Saren assisted you. Interesting. Most Ashlanders want nothing to do with the Tribunal. Even so, they rarely become aggressive. I'd say this Chodala bears watching. If we can spare it, I'll send an armiger to Aldrin. Interesting theory. Perhaps Chodala's staff can steal Vivec's energy. But I have a hard time imagining how Ashlander could accomplish such a feat. Lord Vivec said the draining has grown intense since you left. It doesn't look well. From what you discovered, I dare say there may be a correlation between the narcotic relic and the tool Barrelzar mentioned. And it seems the Ashlander thieves are connected to Chodala. Your evidence points to a clear conclusion. So it appears. Lord Vivec's doing his best not to complain, but I can see how much the draining of his energy has cost him. Just seeing you again should improve his mood considerably. And the progress you made with your investigations, outstanding.
Lord needs to do. That's... Lord having visitors to... My lord, please, let me send for aid. Perhaps one can help you.
Pain is best tolerated in private. As I have written in the 37th ballad.
There must be something I can do.
You can call the Archcanon. He should hear the news our friend brings us. Praise into thee. Divinity flows out of me. Needs some work. As you can see, I continue to lose energy, and it made me somewhat agitated. I made a probe or discovered the source of my discomfort. And land. But instincts. We need to find out more about this Chodala, the ancient enemy that aids him. Take this. Another token of my appreciation. And look, here comes the Archcanon now.
My lord, the Outlander may have actually discovered... Examination of the document brought back. I have to agree with your assessment. The Ashlander Chodala has somehow siphoned divine energy away from Lord Vivec. Not exactly. But now that we know the affliction isn't natural, we can work toward a solution. One that probably involves Chodala's staff. How the Ashlander got his hands on Sothasil's tool and turned it into a weapon is beyond me, though. Eventually, but we need to be cautious. If Chodala is as expected as you say, attacking him would start a war we can't afford to partake in. Aldrin and talk to his sister Saren. I didn't trust her either, but I with you before.
I trust her.
Get to and locate Saren. He needs to know about Chodala and then help us acquire staff. Without it, we can't restore back. Meanwhile, to plague the populace, the people grow concerned over Vivec's continuing isolation.
Okay. I am actually going to continue in the next stream. Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all in the next stream. Goodbye. Why is my buttons not working? Hello? Well, I guess I have to do this manually, so cool. Get to watch me log out of the game. My is not working.